That way you can see how it's done. Okay, let me wash my hand off some of the oil. I'm sorry about that, YouTube. For some reason my phone froze on me. Um, my sweetheart is working on mastering on his song, his single that he's about to release. I think he's going to release on his birthday, which is on Sunday the 22nd coming. Okay. It's a beautiful song. It will become available for loading, uploading, or purchase. It's called Storm. So when living with music producer or musicians, that's what you hear, the beautiful song being produced right here at the studio. So that's going to be his new single. It's called Storm. It's turning brown, okay? The cake is turning brown. So I wanted to get a little browner so that way when I serve it, it'll be crunchy on the outerior, and it'll be soft and tender in the inside. Okay. To do this, I wanted to serve it with vegetables. Because it is Chinese New Year, I have this oblong plate. Claudia, welcome. You like it? What do you like? The cake or the dish? Today, you're probably not here. I'm sorry. YouTube froze on me, so I have to restart the video. So this is the rice cake, okay? It's a sticky rice cake because this week is representing the Chinese Vietnamese New Year. So I went to participate in the event of Chinese New Year. So my friend, she bought this big cake. Okay, it's the sticky rice cake. I make them, but mine's pretty cute. I make a personal size this big. I don't make them this big. This is like take too long to boil and too heavy to carry. And then of course there's another way to wrap this. It's in like a square. Okay, and then I saw the Chinese one, they make them that big, you know, they serve the family. So this serve about 2 people. This one right here will serve about 5 people. And that's what I have. Mine was a little bit, just a little bit smaller than this, probably about that smaller. And then I cut into little pieces here. Okay, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm frying these because in the sense, this cake here, you can eat as it is. I can eat this. I don't have to recook. I don't have to refry nothing. It's ready to serve, okay? But if I want to do it fancy, then I have to do it this way. I have to fry it this way. Yeah. Okay. And once it's turned brown and ready to serve, then I will serve. And with that, this will serve with the with sweet and sour sauce, which is a very traditional for the Cambodian or the Vietnamese. I don't know how the Chinese serve there. I have not ordered one in in China. I have not eat one in Chinese traditions, but I'm sure that they do the same way because our country, you know, though we speak different languages, but then when it comes to food, we seem to like have each other recipe. You know, symbolically, like Vietnamese and Cambodia, we bordered, we neighbored, and to do this, Cambodian make the same cake, okay? But then Lucy, she's vegetarian, so she bought one with the mung bean inside. This one has mung bean in it, which is the yellow bean, because it's coming from the monastery with the monk being vegetarian, so everything is in plant-based, okay? But in the other Buddhism that my family belong to, the monk do consume meat, and Cambodian make the cake with the pork belly filling, which is it's very nice also with the pork belly, you know. It gives a very nice flavor. It's a little fatty, but yet the fatty part is kind of melted into the process of cooking, so you can't really feel the fat of the pork belly. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm turning the cake. It got sticky because it got moved around and it kind of wanted to stick to get together, which is not nice. I'm trying to separate them right now. Let me know if the audio is interrupted, okay, Claudia? Can you hear me? Because sometimes when I get called in between, my audio will go longer. See, I waited all day. No one wanted to call me. As soon as I'm busy, they know, so they try to call me also. So, and I don't want to put on the plane mode because when they do plane mode, crazy thing happen too. So this is a texture that. Can you hear me, Claudia? If you're still here, love. Let me know if my audio is off. Okay. Sometimes when I get called in between my live, it interferes with the audio. Okay. So the textures would be like that. Okay. It's a little. I know that. That's the texture that I'm looking to do. Okay. So I'm frying this with avocado oil, okay? Make sure that you fry this with healthy oil because you're going to be consuming this, so make sure that the cooking oils are healthy oil, okay? No animal fat because there's some animal fat in the cake already. So to do this, I need lettuce, but then my fridge was doing well, so I didn't have my lettuce with me. But traditionally, you serve this with lettuce, okay? And I have my cucumber here, and I hope it's still fresh. Because my fridge went down. It's only about 13 years old. The freezer worked okay, but then the fridge needed some work on it. So I didn't buy a lot of food because the food went bad. A lot of food went bad, especially the vegetable. So I didn't buy a lot of vegetable. So traditionally, this is supposed to be served with lettuce. Okay, so I have Napa cabbage. It may not do exactly, but it'll do. Okay, and I have some basil here. This is the purple basil. Okay, this is the Asian basil. Well, American basil too. If it's grown in America, I can be too selective. You know. This right here, okay, we'll serve with sweet and sour sauce. I already have my sweet and sour sauce made, and I save them in the fridge. You know, I just have it hang in the fridge. When I need it, I have it. It's accessible. Okay. I have Napa cabbage, and it can substitute for any kind of green leaf veggie. Okay. I ate the top of it. I supposed to make um, make soup out of this too. I hope my audio on YouTube is okay because I just got interfered call from a friend of mine, a good friend of mine. She's been trying to call me. I forgot to return her call. I think she got worried. And sometimes when I don't answer my phone call, people were trying to call me until I answer my phone call. And I'm behind doing some immigration paper for family, so I think they've been calling me for that also. Okay, so Napa cabbage is if you don't like Napa cabbage, I'm not going to say anything bad, okay? I like Napa cabbage. I think it's just delicious, okay? It's a little different than lettuce, but it's manageable. Here we go. Okay, I think I'm gonna remove the one that's ready. Okay, I don't want to over fry it, but let me increase the heat. Oh, it's already hot. It's already on high. Maybe because it roll around and it started to grab onto each other, like loving couple. You know, they like to hold hand. And this one is ready. But I like it a little bit browner. You know, growing up learning the cultures in the Asian nation where, you know, we share recipe, believe it or not. You know, just like this cake here, Cambodian make whole bunch. When I was in Thailand people make the same thing. I think Lao people make the same thing also because we, in those nations, they believe, I mean, they practice the same religion, which is the Buddhism. And, so because this cake in Chinese culture, the Chinese holiday, Mom, I mean, you talk to the dog or talk to so, all right, let me get this out. I think it's ready. Okay, so it's got golden brown. Oh. Like I was explaining earlier, in Cambodia, I have seen my family smoke this. Okay, they build fire and they cook this on the top of the slow smoke fire. Okay, and they leave on the fire for days for it to get smoking. With that process, allow the cake to last longer. They can keep the cake for days without it being spoiled. Because even it wrapped tightly with the banana leaves, it get decayed and it get rotten. Okay? Because it's not in the fridge and in the freezer. After 4 days, this cake can go bad. So that's why those old folk know how to treat food. Like they don't have refrigeration, but they manage how to brine the meat or salt the meat and air dry or sun dry the meat and make jerky out of it, you know. And us here, we rely on freezer, we rely on refrigerator to keep our food fresh and preserve our food. But in Asia, before the line of time, there's no refrigeration. People know how to preserve food by smoking it, by what's the process of smoking it? They brining it or salty it, and just like the indigenous Indian folk do, you know. I mean, if they if they hunt for a big cow or animal or buffalo, they don't have refrigeration. So what they do? They turn into jerky. Okay? With the jerky, you can dilute the water and make soup, or just fry it and eat as it is. And I mean, those people in the day, they know how to treat food better than us. We don't. If the fridge die, that's it. If the refrigerator die, we just don't know how. We don't have place for food, you know. Just like I'm doing here too, you know. I mean, it's one of those things. You know. So when I fried it, I leave them space, okay, because on the side of the rice of the cake it's sticky. If they're sticky, they like to stick together. Okay, so let me show you how it's served. Okay, I need lettuce for this, and I don't have green lettuce with me. I didn't want to run to the grocery store. I got lazy, so you know I'm just gonna use what I have here. Okay, I should have made kimchi out of this napa cabbage. So I deep fried this cake because it's already done. It's not going to be sticking no more. Okay, so this is how it's served. Okay, I have half of the cake here. Okay, I still have half of it in the fryer here. Okay. Okay. This here has pork, had pork fillings. Vegetarian one. This one has mung bean fillings. Okay, this right here, Lucy fried for me this morning. It had mung bean, no pork belly. But this one, the one I'm frying right now, has pork belly. It tastes really, really good. Okay. This one's done. I got one more that's done, and I'll put the new batch in. But this one, I'll put it back. It didn't get brown enough. Okay. So I just want to show you the ideas, okay, how we serve these. We put the mesh over, prevent the oil from spilling. So if you are at the grocery store and you run into one of these, okay, so make sure that it's not the salami. Make sure that you read the label. If you're not sure, then ask the clerk, because the salami, the Asian salami, they wrap in the same fashion. Okay, so you might be mistaken for it. So make sure that it doesn't say though. It doesn't say sticky rice cake, but make sure that you ask first, because they should put them in a different section. I make them too. I make the vegetarian salami. Okay, let me show you how. Because my friend, she's vegetarian, and she want me to make her, it's almost like a ham or salami. If you get one of the Vietnamese sandwich, okay, they will put in your sandwich. So I make this for her. I learned in fact, I learned the ingredient from sample it, because I can't read Vietnamese. So if Lucy want me to make Vietnamese food, she will buy them and have me sample it. When I sample it, I kind of know what's in it. So then I try to make it. So this is almost like salami. They used to put this in a sandwich. If you do order Vietnamese sandwich, they will add salamis, or better yet, what you call it? It's called, there's a word for it, okay. I can't think of it right now. So this is made out of tofu and the bean curds and some carrot. That was it, and some ingredients. So because Lucy, she's vegetarian, she loved this thing. So I learned to make these, and she said, "Oh sis, you know how to make this?" I said, "Well, I'm only make a couple, okay, and see if it works. If it tastes as close as what you bought, then I will make some more for you. If it doesn't work, then I want to have to explore more of the recipe, because the recipe that was given was like in Vietnamese, and I can't read Vietnamese, so I understand a little bit, but then she bought me the cake. He said, "Here, sister, sample this," and then I said, "Okay." So nothing, tofu, bean curd, a little bit of salt, a little bit of sugar, some chili, that was it. So it turned out really well. I blended, it turned out very well, and she was happy with that, because she said that now she doesn't have to spend a lot of money buying, because those are expensive. Okay, anyway, so let me give you my show you my dipping sauce, okay? And then we should be done. I always make plenty of dipping sauce, because it's become handy, you know, when you make your food and you need a dipping sauce. This is sweet and sour dipping sauce. I have it on my channel. I think it's number 36 or 37, showing how to make dipping sauce. All it is the variations of equal amount of waters, and less of the fish sauce. If you don't want fish sauce, then you can do salt, okay? But not with oyster sauce. Or you can do vegetarian fish sauce. They have vegetarian fish sauce. This is made out of vegetarian fish sauce. And then typically it's served with peanuts, with roasted peanut, and just because I can't have peanuts, so that's all I can do. But if you are not allergic to peanut, you can add peanut to the sauce. Okay, roasted cracked peanut. If you want to thicken this sauce, you just put it in a pan and warm it up, and add a little bit of tapioca or cornstarch, because I'm allergic to corn. I can't use corn, so I always use tapioca flour. It works as well. Okay, so to serve this, okay, so you would need a whole bunch of lettuce. If you don't have you can do mint, spearmint. You can do any kind of Asian herbs. Okay, if you don't have them, then use cilantros. Will work also. Okay. I'm sorry, Cece. Something went with my pastrami. The Asian pastrami. Yes, it does. It look like that, because they do serve with their sandwich, the Vietnamese sandwich. Okay. They call banh mi. Okay. And she made it for me the other day. It was pretty good. It's not so bad at all. So I ate more vegetable based now, plant based now, living with her, because she liked to share her food, and she cooked plenty, and we shared, and I enjoyed it. You know, I was a vegetarian until something went wrong, and I have to be back on the meat eating side. So that was based on the doctors. So it wasn't my choice. So here we go, my sticky rice with the pork belly fillings. Okay, this is the Chinese Vietnamese New Year cake, or Cambodian too, but Cambodian New Year is in April. So in April I'll make a few of this, so I can take it to the temple to make offering for my mom and for my sweetheart. Okay, so this is half of it, because it's just a huge cake. Remember, it was that long, it was that big, it was like that big, that long. Yes, it was like no kidding on this, and it's very sticky. So I use a few oil to help facilitate the easy transition. Okay, Yeah, this it's it had mind of its own. It's sticky. It's sticky. When it said sticky rice, they got it right. They weren't kidding. But it had a pretty name too, though. Glutinous, sweet rice, sticky rice. It's one simple grain and all kind of fancy name. Okay, so this is half of it. So I still have half more to go. So, but how we eat this? Well, I don't have lettuce, so, but I have the Napa cabbage, so it was cucumber. I need chopstick. Very simple, okay? So you it's just like you're eating egg rolls or spring rolls. So just dip it and enjoy. Okay, so this can be a meal right here. So I'm making a meal. Hers is a little different because she add coconut, shred coconut onto the sticky rice. So I can feel the sticky rice, the aroma of sticky rice, and the aroma of the coconut because she add her shredded coconut in it. Typically, they don't add coconut to it, but only certain part of the Cambodian town, Cambodian province where people do add a few things onto the cake, which is okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Which is, to me, I think it tastes very nice, very rich, a lot richer than the one I would make without. Now that I know, the last time I didn't add coconut. Mine was just like the mung bean, the pork belly, and sticky rice, and some seasoning. That was it. Okay, but this right here, with the coconut in it, shredded coconut in it, it tastes even better. So I'm gonna do that next time when I make mine. Definitely, frying sticky rice cake is very delightful. That was the pork belly, because she boiled her cake so long, is that the pork belly melted. Okay? The fat melt away. It went into the cake. So if you want one of this cake, look for atomic bomb. And do what I do. All you need is a non-stick pan. Make sure that it's non-stick pan, okay? Or the pan that is not sticking, because if it's non-stick pan, it's gonna be sticky mess. Your cake will not come out like this. It's gonna be breaking into small pieces. Yeah. Speaking from experience. I done that before. So that's why when I have non-stick pan, only I used it. I don't want anybody touching it. Maybe even in a little breaking, it'll stick. So I had to set that no one touch. Only Chef Anna can touch. I have for the dessert. I have it for stir fry, and I have for soup. I don't mix them together, okay? Because we don't want dessert to smell garlic in it unless it's dessert that made from garlic also. It's slow deep frying. Yeah. I use very little oil. Use healthy oil because we be eating it. So don't be stingy on oil, okay? Invest in good oil. Invest in your life. Put it that way. Some people say, well, only can afford cheap oil. This is what I learned. If I have expensive oil, I'm inclined to use too much, because I know, well, the bottle gotta last me a little longer, so I learned to use it less. If I have cheap oil, I'm like, I pour the whole gallon in it. It's like, well, it's cheap, so I don't worry about it. So it's about the attitude adjustment. That's what I learned about the cooking, is that if you get something cheap, something that costs less, then you generous with it, But when you find something that is pricey, we wanted to take care of it, just like anything else that we own. If it comes with price and value, we take good care of it. Anything that's like trashy, we don't worry about it, It's that attitude. Okay, so there you go. We needed that. I'm sorry if the light was not very receptive. So that is the flavor, that is the texture we need to get this kind of crunchiness, okay? And that the middle one is done, and the rest is still cooking, because the stove right here, I think the center of the stove had the most heat, so that's why that one is done first. So anyway, so I'm not going to keep you guys long. I'm already done with the cake, and and it says really good. I sampled it already. So to do this, Chinese, Vietnamese grocery will carry these. Okay, I think they if it's not during the New Year, you can find this in the freezer section. This big, what? This shape. Okay, it has, because it's New Year cake, so you have this little bow, little cutie red symbolically. Just yesterday I wear like a whole red, and Lucy even got me like she's so cute. She went and got me like a whole outfit in red, because yesterday we were supposed to wear red for lucky, for prosperity, for all that symbolic. Oops, sorry, symbolically on Chinese New Year or Vietnamese New Year. So, all right. So if you want to try this, I recommend you do. If you wanted to make these, I have great recipe. I can't remember what, because I have like I have a lot of videos already, so I don't even know which videos it is. But you can scroll down, you'll see the sticky rice with pork belly, and if you want to make it, or you want me to make these to see how I make these, then wait until April, where I'm going to be making these for the Cambodian New Year. So we're not far away from being Chinese, because Chinese make the same thing. Cambodian cultures, we make the same cake. Well, the Cambodian don't make them that big. I see them make them like maybe that big, But then this is like the biggest cake I found so far. But then my friend, she make her big. I'm like so surprised. And I still have 2 more in the freezer that big. So plenty. Okay. All right. You did good. Thank you so much for coming onto my channel. I appreciate for that little thumb up, and follow me on my TikTok. I appreciate that. If you follow me, I always go back and follow you back, and I always return the favor, and we are in the community where we support each other, okay? And if you're on YouTube and you do subscribe to my channel, I do the same thing. I'll go and subscribe, and I'll check out your channel, and I do make comment, sweet comment. I don't like those people to go jeopardize or being criticized of everything. I always do sweet comment, because I want that camaraderie. I want that friendship. I don't want to burn the bridge with anybody. I want to keep the friendship going. I appreciate the channel, because it's hard to be the YouTuber. It's not easy like me here. I cook, I clean up. It's the whole enchilada. So I have no business to go to your YouTube and trying to be funny or trying to be uneducated, nothing like that. If you come to my channel and you be courteous, and if it's not, I just block. I don't deal with mess. I don't respond, because I got sick and tired of doing that. Where I'm like, want to pour out my anger in response. I don't do that. My sister said, honey, just block them, okay? Don't give them a chance of coming back to your channel. Just block them. What do you lose? You don't lose anything. You just lose some idiots that just mean nothing but, So that's what I do. And I had my CC who came on here to help facilitate, and she did a good job, and I appreciate that, Cece. Love you for life. And again, still waiting for you to visit me in Las Vegas. Your chance of coming over here is more than it's um, more possibility than me visiting you. Okay. And for you too, TikTok, been so grateful. Thank you so much for your send some heart. I got quite a few heart. Thank you so much. In thousand, I can't see, but then look like in thousand. I appreciate the heart for those who spend the time to to make your thumb go to work by doing a little heart. I appreciate that. I seldom go to people live, but if I do, sometimes I get invited over to join them on live, and which is very nice. And because I'm doing cooking, so I don't normally put anybody here on live, because to do the group streaming sometimes is distracting, because people want to talk. Because people who come on live, they want to talk, and I understand that, and that's why sometimes I just don't have people come on, just but I appreciate the invitation. One of these days, when I run into like a cook who want to do this, I'll invite over. Okay, I'm still learning how to do TikTok, believe it or not, and even YouTube. I'm okay with YouTube right now. I'm getting comfortable, able to speak without. I'm trying to do eloquent. I'm trying to do like what's the word? Anyway, so people tell me that I do better, with my presentation, with my what do you call it? With my public speaking, sometimes I goof off. But I goof off all the time anyway. In real life, I goof off even more. I'm trying to be polite by not goofing up too much on YouTube. People will be like, I need to have my own sitcom channel instead of cooking channel. So, but anyway, I don't want to be on here and be all grumpy unless I'm down with the food allergy, and then I'm like unpleasant. But anyway, the food is done. It tastes amazing. CC, you want to try it, love? I know that you have access to Asian store, so run to the border and grab one of these cakes, slide it up, fried it up, and then sweet and sour sauce is very simple. I will leave the ingredient on today. Cooking, okay, in case you'd be interested in making it. If you don't like the smell fish sauce, there's a vegetarian fish sauce, and it tastes very, very good, and it doesn't smell as bad. Okay, if you want to do palm sugar, do palm sugar. If not, then just do regular granulated sugars, or even pure cane sugar would be fine. Okay, so any sweetness is fine. Or even honey. I make them with honey. It tastes even better. All right, love. Let me call off tonight, and I can't promise I'm going to be here tomorrow because I got a few things I have to take care of. Plus, I have I'm hired to do a few immigration document, and traveling document stuff like that. So I still have a few that I have not done. So after the baby is picked up, I think that's what I would do. If I got more time, I'll come back on here because I still have a few things that I have to get rid of because the fridge is not doing too well. We're still waiting for the part. And I didn't buy a whole lot of grocery. If I buy, I just do it for tonight and then have to do grocery shopping daily until the part comes where it gets fixed. Anyway, other than that, I won't promise you I'll be back on here, but if I do, you will get the notification, okay? So much love, Cece, appreciate your love. Enjoy your evening. A lot of hugs.